So every time I do one of these videos, there's something that fires me up or inspires me, pisses me off, or twists me off, or however you want to say it, before I do one. So today, I get up watching the weather because in my business, weather's important. Getting ready to go work out, lose some more fucking weight, lost 11 pounds so far. Trying to get ready for MPK to fit my fat ass in my car again. And what do I see on the news? Something to set me off again. Just as I start thinking, okay, all the bullshit is starting to settle down. People are starting to get back out, do their thing. You still see people wearing their fucking mask, handling money, which I've already talked about, the most diseased thing that you could ever handle. They're handling money. Nobody's fucking refusing money. But then I hear the Delta variants. So the Delta variants of COVID. Second wave's coming, third wave's coming. Please tell me that nobody's gonna fall for this stupid shit again. Here's how stupid it is. Now let's look at this from how I see it. Hospitals are saying, we're trying to be prepared by getting ventilators and getting what the fuck did you do with all the ventilators that the government supplied? What happened to this miracle vaccine that now all of a sudden, it don't go for the Delta variants, So here we go with the third wave, supposedly of COVID. Because you know what? You guys got smart last time. Everybody finally said, fuck it, we're done with this, and started going back out again. So now the current administration, and everybody said, oh, you don't say the name. I'll say the name, the Biden administration. I'll say it. And let me clarify something. Somebody asked me the other day, what's your political affiliation? Here's my political affiliation. I'm an American. I'm a patriot. I'm not Democrat, not Republican. I guess you could say I'm independent, but the truth of the matter is, I'm a patriot. I believe that we live in the greatest country, the greatest nation that you could ever live in your life. And we're all blessed to be able to live where we live and live the life that we live. We're blessed 1,000 times over. Just like I've said, I may not have the best luck with race cars, but I'm blessed with my family. I'm blessed with my friends. I'm blessed with what I have. And most importantly, I'm blessed to live in the United States of America. That's my affiliation. Just so I can clarify that for everybody that wants to put me in this category or that category. An area code don't define me. A political party doesn't define me. I don't give a shit who they are. I will say what I feel like. Some people say, oh, you should do car videos, but more of you get into this. And I like to do, let me straighten this up. I love to do the car videos. I love to do the car builds. But then again, when stuff eats on me, you guys are actually just as much of my family as my family, because 300,000 people are fixing to hit 300,000 actual real followers. And that page has grown for many, many different reasons. Some of it doing to cars, some of it doing to my life story, some of it doing to these views that I have. I don't call them political views, I call them real world views. So the real world view is when I seen that this morning on the news, I thought, okay, so everybody's woke up, everybody's starting to see what kind of a shit show that's going on in our government. So focus shifting, guys. So what can we do? We pulled off the greatest scam in the world by convincing everybody that COVID was the end all of everything. And everybody fell for it, hook, line, and sinkers. The only great thing came from COVID, everything that killed anybody was wiped out. Nobody died from the flu. Nobody died from a car accident. Nobody died from anything but COVID in 2020. So I guess that's one great thing about COVID. COVID turned around, wiped out everything else that ever affected us. But now, they started out slow, the Delta variants. So what happened to this badass fucking vaccine that the Trump administration wasn't moving fast enough with? But the Biden administration jumps in and gets that shit nailed out to everybody, and it's coming back. The Delta variant that's missing the vaccine. You guys see where this is headed? They're trying to focus shift the problems that we're having in our nation, the problems that we're having with this Biden administration, the problem we're having with the career politicians, the problem we're having with now we pay people to go, trying to pay people to go back to work. Oklahoma, our governor came out with a pretty cool, I see the pluses and the minuses to it. Get a $1,200 check if you go get a job. Go get a job, work for at least 6 weeks, minimum 32 hours a week, $1,200 in your checking account. Now, part of me says, that's bullshit. You're basically bribing people to go back to work. And then the other part is, well, you know, some of the people that didn't make a lot of money, maybe that's a kind of a hand up instead of a hand out. Hey, you know what? Go back to work and we're going to give you a little extra. I can agree with that. I can agree with some people getting a little bit of extra because they stepped up when other people didn't. I'm a big believer in bonuses and second chances. So this second wave or this third wave or this, get ready, this is going to be worse than the first one. All this gloom and doom is focus shifting. Because if they get everybody else starting to wear a mask again and be scared and stay at home and all that bullshit, guess what? We're running right back to what other people have said, the New World Order. I don't know what the hell that's all about. Don't really care. I do know what it's going to do. It's going to start scaring people into hiding in their houses. And the people that are sheep, that are still wearing masks, still swearing this, well, you bet your ass they're wearing them masks. Now, I'm wearing a mask because the Delta. It's a never-ending story. And how long are we all as Americans going to let this go on? I mean, the news media. Everybody should turn off and never watch another thing on the news. The news should report weather, and that's it. And right now, the weather here, it's raining outside. There's your weather report. There's your news report that we need. The rest of this bullshit, the media is manipulating what makes news. The media is manipulating what gets people to watch the news. You guys notice, some of my videos go way high, some of them go way low. I don't stick to one thing because I want more followers. I want more people to listen to what I have to say. My page hadn't changed from day one. It's not gonna change. And they try to censor me. I mean, they have that right to try. Well, they don't have that right, actually. They do not have that right. But if that's what they want to try to do, they can. But there's going to be another venue all the time to be able to get your views out there. Guys, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. These are 100% my opinions of what's going on in the world today. And if you agree with them, hey, fine. We're like-minded, which is almost scary. But we're like-minded. If you disagree with them, then disagree with what I said. Don't disagree with every fucking thing having to go on in the world. Let's don't blame it on Republicans or Democrats. Let's blame it on career politicians, guys. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is about. Career politicians that have absolutely no use for the American people other than we are a check. I am a stimulus check. It stimulates them to fuck us over some more. Been trying to watch my language, but I just when I get all fired up, I cuss. Actually, I cuss when I'm calm. I cuss when I'm fired up. I just cuss. But I see, just like when I was in Walmart the other day, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. Sometimes it takes a fucking brick upside my head for me to see something. But when I seen that this morning on the news and I looked over at Stacy, I said, what the hell are they talking? She goes, oh, it's the Delta variant. The Delta variant. So I had to watch it. Normally I just watch the weather because honestly, guys, I hate seeing this stupid bullshit go back and forth and back and forth. And to me, it's all scare tactics to the American people. Guys, we're not sheep. I mean, come on. We're not sheep. And you know, I was watching a video of Candace Owens, and she made a good statement, and guys, I still haven't figured it out. She said, you know, a lot of people are complaining, but nobody's doing anything. I wish I knew what to do. I wished I was smart enough to figure out how to pull all the people that follow me into a group to stand and build that group to be a bigger group to affect change. Robin Roberts and I were talking about it. Robin Roberts is wanting to get into, he's wanting to, you know, one day be governor. He wants to be in politics, and he wants to be in it for the purest of reasons. He wants to be in it to help the American people. And I told him, man, that'd be great. I'd love to. I mean, I'll help you any way I can. And guys, I don't know how to change it. I truly don't. My brother's very deep off into politics. I've talked to him, but I don't know. I'm going to keep doing these videos, and I'm going to do the car videos, and I'm going to do, you know, whatever I feel like doing on the videos. And as the page grows, and we gather more support, more people like me are starting to follow the page, I'm trying to figure out, where do we use this to benefit America? Where can I use this to benefit our lives? I totally agree that everybody needs to make more money, but damn it, we got to work hard. That's the part everybody misses. Everybody wants a paycheck. They don't want to work hard. We need to get back to being a nation that builds things. Just like right now, they're starting to pay. You guys, all you guys scream about the big corporations making money. You're making them a killing right now. Because guess what? They're going, oh, why don't you work from home? And everybody's thinking, man, that's fucking cool. They're letting us work from home. They're letting you work at home because look what it's saving them. No workman's comp. They can sell their buildings off. They don't have no utility bills. I mean, think about it, guys. If everybody works from home, what's going to happen? We're all going to end up getting, I mean, we're an obese nation anyway. I'm working my ass off to try to lose my weight. I'm 52 years old, guys. It ain't easy. I used to be able to drop 15 pounds like that. And I mean, I'm working my ass off. I work every day. I do something every day. And I still gain weight. What's going to happen when everybody goes back home? I mean, who wants to work at home all the time? I mean, I would think that you would want to get out. You would want to see a change or something. But that trick right there is helping all these big companies. And I don't think we should support, don't get me wrong. I'm not against anybody, per se. But the little companies, the family-based companies, the companies right now that are starting to fold right and left because people won't come back to work and they have nobody to produce are the ones that are suffering. The big corporations, the multi-billion-dollar, million-dollar corporations are not going to be affected. Walmart is never going to see a bobble in the decimal point on their bank account. I promise you that. Neither is Lowe's or Home Depot or any of those big places like that. You know, ExxonMobil's not going to fold. If they figure out how to do it, and here's what they're going to do, guys. Go home. Go home. Work from home. And they're going to automate everything. And when they automate it, all we are doing is increasing their profits, increasing the takeover. You know, I don't know what the new world order is, guys. And honestly, sometimes I hear this stuff and I think it's too militia. By the way, guys, what shut the page down once before, when they zeroed my videos, I found out why they did it when you guys started talking about let's go overthrow the government. We don't overthrow the government. That's stupid. That's a stupid thing to even say. Let's grab our firearms. We have a right to bear arms. Let's go after the government. That's dumb, guys. What we do is we overtake it the right way. We change our government. We can't overthrow the government. Come on. Now, there's the militia groups, and to me, they're all militia groups. Every one of them. KKK, Black Lives Matter, all of them are all militia groups pushing their own agenda to move forward for them, not the American people. The politicians are supposed to be to help the American people, and they've lost track of that. The only thing, I mean, in my company, and I'm not a rich guy. Like you guys all think I'm rich. I don't. I spend every dime I make because I'm not gonna die with a big, huge bank account. Stacy's set for life. If something happens to me, she can sell off all my shit. I got property and all that, and Brantley will be set for life as long as they work. Part of the stipulation. They'll have plenty of money to be comfortable, but they're gonna have to work to do it. I've already taught Stacy how to take over Alpha Steel if something happens to me. But at the end of the day, when shit's going bad at Alpha Steel and it's not producing, then I go back out in the field, I fire everybody, and I start over. And it's worked for me every time the company starts doing bad. It's worked for me. And that's what I think we need to do. We fire them and we start over. Because here's the thing, the way I see it, I don't know who could do worse. I really don't know who could do worse. Am I a Trump supporter? I'm a supporter of his views and where we were headed. And if a guy comes up tomorrow that's named Cracker Johnny, I'm gonna be for Cracker Johnny. I don't base it on the person. I base it on what they're doing in their job to benefit politicians, guys. What's that politician doing to benefit the American people? Not what party they're with, not how much fugazi bullshit they come up with. None of that. I base it on, and I'm starting to watch more and more, and I don't want to get locked into I'm Republican, I'm Democrat. I mean, one guy said it the best. We are a democracy. We are a democracy. We are one nation, united. And right now, we're not united. Guys, I'm going to keep growing this page. As soon as I find an avenue, whether it's backing Robin Roberts or backing somebody else that has the right. Robin Roberts, of course, I'll back in 2 seconds because he's one of my closest friends. He accepts me for who I am. Robin Roberts is a very religious person, and you never know it. I mean, that's what I love about Robin. Robin's the same every day. And as soon as we find the right people, or I can come up with the right people that would actually benefit, I will use the reach of this page to educate you guys and give you guys an opinion and see if that's the person we need to back. So the only thing I know to do is to keep growing the page and try to grow the following, and then try to find somebody that will actually help the American people. It's the only thing I know to do, guys. I would never make it in politics. You guys know it. You guys think they fucking ousted Donald Trump? What do you think they do if they got a load of me? What do you think they do? I rolled up into Congress with a Reaper shirt, pair of sweats or shorts, and said, hey, get the fuck out of here. We're doing this a different way. I'd probably be the first person to try to get into politics that would be thrown in prison before you ever even started. But at the end of the day, don't fall for this COVID shit, guys. Don't fall for it again, because now they're doing exactly that. They're starting to lose their grip on manipulating the American people. You guys are starting to get wise. Some of you have already been wise, but I'd like to feel like that some of the discussions that we've had on here, and don't get me wrong, guys, we've had good discussions. There has been good, I read it, and there have been good pros and cons on both sides. And I truly do believe that that's what's going to make everything work out. Is they call it bipartisan? I don't. I call it American value. We need to get back to our American values, and people need to quit trying to point the finger at who's wrong, who's doing this, who's doing that, and let's figure out who we get in there to fix it, or because I still have to believe, guys, with everything that I am, that the American people still have a say-so in how our government, how the United States is run. Because the day that I don't believe that anymore, that's the day for me to leave here. I was born in the U.S. I want to die in the U.S. And I want to always feel like that. I'd love to bring Brantley up in a different world than what we have right now. Like I say, guys, I don't know how to do it. I can give you my opinions for what they're worth, but one day I will figure this out. I'm going to try to, I am working harder than you guys realize to try to figure out how to use, as a lot of you have put, the influence of this page to bring a message to people that's the right message. Right now, everything's my opinion. Opinions like assholes, everybody's got one. So at the end of the day, you can agree with me or disagree with me, but it's just an opinion. So let's don't fall for it again, because I see what's coming. It's already, they're starting out slow. And what did they do when they talked about the Delta variants? This many deaths. That's the lead every time. Scare people into think they're going to die. Guys, we're all going to die. And if the man upstairs says it's our time to go, we're gone. It don't matter if I'm in a race car walking across the street, having breakfast with my family, or if I'm doing one of these videos. When the man upstairs says it's your time, that's your time. It ain't going to be through disease or the government or any of that shit. It's your time. And I have to believe that when our time is, our time is. And we can't control that. I mean, come on. You think you can control how long you live? No. All we can do is live our lives to the best of our ability, the best that we can, the way we want to go out and the way we want to be remembered and done. I'm not going to be remembered, and I don't know how I'm going to be remembered. But I know I'm living my life my way. Nobody's telling me how to live my life. Nobody's going to tell me how to live my life. And nobody should tell any of us how to live our lives. So at the end of the day, my final thought on closing this video off is we are the greatest nation in the entire world. The American people are the most resilient people in the world. Right now, we're just not the hardworking people that we used to be. We're not building like we used to. Everybody, you got to understand when everybody says buy American and don't buy anything from China. It's hard to do when we don't produce anything. I mean, what are we going to do? Everybody going to run around in fig leaves because we don't produce. Everybody talks about bigger, more wages. Let's try and figure out how to keep the American people alive by producing for Americans. For what it's worth,